Cincinnati Bearcats, taking on last year's national champion, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Bearcats will put total leather and we'll get started. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down here and make the stop at the 19. So Ohio State's offense will get first crack at it here. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs later in football games. To 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on third down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. As they unpack the pile, it's part of Ohio State's DNA to have a lethal running game.
And this is a trend, Reese. We can go back as long as you want to go back, and we can go back a couple years to J.K. Dobbins, and we can go all the way back to Eddie George. They always find great running backs at Ohio State.
Quick completion to the right. He'll be stopped at the 44, knocked out of bounds there.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Looking to throw, it's Sayin. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit. And the Buckeyes come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Grab near the sticks. It's Peoples.
And that is the advantage of having versatility at the running back position, right? It's fourth down. Everyone in the stadium thinks he's going to get the handoff, but because of his ability to catch the football, he's a weapon in the passing game. And on a critical down and distance like that, comes up with a huge first down.
Complete downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Really good patience and recognition. And how about the tight end just finding the hole and settling and waiting until the quarterback saw it?
And the play completely changes. Once my QB gets outside the pocket, I got to see it, and I got to start working towards him, or if I'm near him working away, nice job being on the same page, getting the first down.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
Big fella moving. Touchdown, Buckeyes! The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone.
And how about the job by this offense. This is not a scrub defense. This is a top 10 defense in college football. You got to take points whenever you can get them. Nice job putting the drive together, putting 6 on the board. No matter how it looks, you just got to keep fighting with this squad.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's coming out of the end zone. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. So Cincinnati's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. They are going to be greeted rather rudely, I guess, by a group of defensive linemen that wreak havoc and hunt down quarterbacks, Jesse.
And they wreck games. They take away everything you do offensively. So it's a huge challenge in this one, David, for this offensive coordinator to try to call plays and find ways to get the football away from these big fellas up front because they take games over.
And get the ball out quick. Like when you've got a defensive line that can penetrate, they can get TFLs, get sacks, it's going to be on this offensive line to buy a little bit of time, but also the ball to come out quick, win in the secondary right now.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Hang on, Sloopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on third down. Looking for a man. It's Kinsey. Fires one high and deep. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he's going to try to return this one. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. They'll give it to Johnson. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
Man, this defense is setting the tone early. 3 and out on the first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, they get a TFL. They are sending a very clear and distinct message to this offense. They are going to set the tone of this game.
Somehow fits it into a host of defenders. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. They've got them dead deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. They'll leave it with him. Got room to work. Picks up just a few before he's brought down. Not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long. And the Bearcats will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. At midfield, trying to turn it upfield. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Looking downfield, it's Sayin. Pulls it in, it's Cooper. On the move at the 30. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to 27.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
They go to the ground. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. The Buckeyes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. In the red area, it's Peoples. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed 1st down on 2nd down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on 3rd down.
That penalty cost them a 3rd down conversion, and now they'll have to try it from a little farther away. Third and long from the 30-yard line in this defense, hoping to knock them out of field goal range. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Shoots it to the left. A strike downfield. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon. There's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him.
He's going for the goal line. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. Take it off the board and back it up. This penalty will wipe away the touchdown. The Buckeyes will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Wants to adjust the pattern. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back.
False start offense.
Just can't lose focus like that. You got to know the snap count. And the Buckeyes look to keep this drive humming. To throw, it's Sayin. He's got it on the run. And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buckeyes! They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the 1st quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
There's a great example of living to play another day. QB in the pocket, nobody open, throw it out of bounds.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. To the air, it's Kinsey. Bringing the heat. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. For the 3rd straight play, the pass falls incomplete. The Bearcats line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. Turns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They could not have drawn up a better start than this, already up 21-0. Grabbed behind the line, it's Peoples. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Got his man. Crosses the 30. He's got away. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Oh, he's got some space. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here, and they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Back to pass, it's Sayin. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. That is a costly mistake as the penalty wipes the touchdown off the board. The Buckeyes will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. He got a little antsy at the line of scrimmage, and they'll move him back.
False start on offense.
Not much of a decision to make there, as the defense will move him back. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. He wants to throw it. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. His defense fully aware that he can run. They stop him after a short game.
Well, he tried everything he could that time just to not take a negative play. He didn't get sacked. It was a great job avoiding that. He's just able to get what he can get on the scramble play here, down close in the red zone.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Got the quick pass. Touchdown, Ohio State. A great catch and run for 6.
Well, this thing's turning into a rout, and it's turning into a rout quickly. Really nice job by the offense there, but it's not just them. Their defense is getting it done. Their special teams are getting it done, and it just feels like they're really feeding off of this home crowd and their energy. This has been the definition of home field advantage in this football game.
And he's going to bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. looking deep down the right side. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position, making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Really good job on the defense being disciplined. They sneak the running back out, you see it, keep outside leverage and go make us tackle in space on a guy that's used to breaking tackles, used to making plays.
Wide receiver going in motion. Back to throw, it's Kinsey. He's got an open man. Turning it on. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. The Bearcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Everybody and their brother showing blitz. With jet sweep pass. Hard running there. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. The Bearcats in a good spot here with second and short. He'll pull it on the read. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Hold.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Second down coming up. The give to the back. And they'll knock him down.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if the offense was going to be able to dig themselves out of this hole, but on second in California, they dial up the running play, now setting up third and short.
The Bearcats come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. Little touch pass to the receiver. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Well, and on these little his timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside. David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
The handoff to Johnson. There he goes. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After run, now throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Grab behind the line. It's Simmons. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Back to throw. It's Kinsey. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. That ball is intercepted at the goal line. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Motion from the wideout. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
I I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Got a man. It's Smith. At the 45 on his way. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open.
Breaks into the open. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold offense.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. The Buckeyes come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Looking downfield, it's Sayin. Got his man in the middle. And he'll be brought down.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They're trying to crease them off the left tackle. They make the stop, give him 3 yards on the carry. Ball's at the 24.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Grab near the marker. It's Smith. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. And the Buckeyes are flying down the field. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line.
This defense has got some monsters up front. Individual athleticism. You see guys winning their one-on-ones. They're getting pushed. They're swimming the offensive lineman and then converging on the running back.
Trying to barrel in. Into the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And with the way he's throwing it right now, there are some big names at the top of that record list. J.T. Barrett, Dwayne Haskins, Justin Fields might be getting ready to move them down a notch.
And moving those guys down, that's a day. That's the day you dream about. That's the day where the ball's barely touching the ground, you're in a zone, and everything is going your way.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Dropping back, it's Kinsey. Under fire. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The defense coming up big there. The sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
Under fire. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
Man, there are defensive players out there that can just take games over, and that's what's happening with this guy right now. He is not cooperating with the offensive game plan. A sack on 2 consecutive plays, and now on 3rd down, you know he's pinning his ears back again.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Makes the catch. It's Johnson. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the Bearcats decide to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Last time they had it, just an aerial assault. Precision execution, moved right down the field and put it in the end zone. All the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. The Buckeyes come to the line in the hurry-up. Back to pass, it's Sayin. Soft spot in the middle. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Zings it complete to the right. Touchdown, Ohio State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
Bringing it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Pressure coming. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
They'll give it to Johnson. Makes his way to the 17, but not enough for the first down. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great one going down in Columbus today. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. And with that, we send it back to the guys in the shoe.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. He'll put toe to leather and get this second half started. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys. You got guys out of the portal. You put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
And that defensive penetration gave him no chance, and he is ridden out of bounds. 4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a fifth. Jones to throw. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
And I would give you some hope, but man, this defense again, you know, they already got the lead. They got their ears pinned back. They're rushing the quarterback. I know this one's over, but offensively, let's find a way to protect our guy, put something together. Maybe we find a way to make this respectable at some point in the football.
This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Now on the move. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Caught near the sticks. It's Cooper. Got some room headed to the goal line. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Buckeyes! When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Jones wants to throw it. Oh, they're after him. And some room to work. Crosses to 40. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag.
Holding. Offense.
Just when they thought they had the big play, the penalty wipes it out.
Let's go. Right. Single.
Leaves it with the running back. Oh, he's got some space. Tripped up for the tackle. And the Bearcats with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll go right back to the run. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. And the Bearcats lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. And they needed an inch, and they didn't get it. This defense gives up nothing, and you'll like it. They booted away on fourth down. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Buckeyes can really attack on this second and short. The run to the right. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, second and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's third down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
And the Buckeyes will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Jones to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. Got a man in the middle. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call.
Hold offense.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Offense working from the pistol.
Here we go.
They'll try the run. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He'll keep it himself. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And you have to do a good job of reading. It's the read option, right? You got to stick the ball in the belly of the running back, and now I'm going to make that defense make a decision. Do you want to take the running back, or do you want to take me? Cause a little bit of hesitation. Great job. And then you see his speed, his athletic ability can do this.
The Bearcats will call on their punt team. Takes it on the return. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
The Buckeyes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Dropping back, it's St. Clair. Here's a heat. Trying to make magic with his feet. And tackled there by the defense.
This quarterback showing a lot of resiliency here on this drive because first down he got sacked, second in California, he's able to scramble, and while he didn't get the first down, he's able to get a little bit of it back, and he's made this third down manageable now. Let's see if he can make another play here and keep his offense on the field.
The Buckeyes come to the line on third down trying to keep this drive alive. Looking to throw for it. A little floater there that's incomplete.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field. You're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Hauls it in, the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Quarterback run is part of their game plan. It's a fumble. No, look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
Looking for space. It's ball. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Buckeyes have their offense in high gear. They're going to go right back to him on first down. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. The Buckeyes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Give to the back. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll move the wide receiver. Off the play fake on first down. And his first throw here is incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Quarterback on the keeper. Turning it on. He'll go out of bounds, and he steps out right at the 8-yard line, and this offense is in business. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. A first down run on the doorstep. And he was able to pick his way for just a few yards, and that'll wrap up the third quarter. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. On the option. Now the toss. Touchdown, Ohio State. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? That score pushes this out to a comfortable margin, and they are oh so close to a 10-game winning streak. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
No love lost between teams anytime they square off inside the Big Ten. Here's one that's just gone final. Michigan came through with a lunch pail hard hat performance, and the end result is an eye-opening road victory. And it's not so much that they won, it's more how they won. And the fact this wasn't ever really in question. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a Big Ten matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. The Bearcats with a second and short to keep this drive moving. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Jones wants to throw it. Fires on the move. Working the middle. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. The Bearcats come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, give on the inside. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Just going to keep it after the snap. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
Yeah, and this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's later in the fourth quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know.
Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28.
The one thing I love about this defense, and they're showing it here in this game, is there's a variety of ways they can get after your quarterback. They can get home with 4, they can get home with 3, or they can blitz guys from all over the field, but they've got athletes with bad intentions, and they've registered a ton of sacks in this one.
And he'll work his way up. Turn out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
He'll ride his man on the option. Got enough for the first down and wants more. And he will finally go out of bounds after another big gain, and they are absolutely gashing them with this running game. The Buckeyes, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Going with the counter play here. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Wide receiver comes in motion. On the option. Stop is made, but he picks up 4 yards down to the 21-yard line.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Motion from the wide receiver. Quarterback keeps it. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays, and if you can just give him a little crease, he can take it.
And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Buckeyes! That ought to be enough to make this lead insurmountable, and with it, they'll be a perfect 10-0.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. Jones to throw. Fires to the big fella. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Here's a quick throw out to the left. There he goes. We've seen this from this sophomore. So dangerous after he makes the grab. The Bearcats are on the move. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Finds his tight end. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
That just really nice catch by the big tight end. Throwing those mitts up there and catching the football.
Clock is under 4 minutes as they come to the line for 2nd down. Wide receiver going in motion. One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up, David.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Nice execution by the offense on 3rd down, understanding what they had to do to get the first down, pass complete, move the sticks, new set of downs.
To the ground with the back. Oh, what a cut! They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
Well, it's a nice change-up call on offense because obviously in the 4th quarter, you're down by a bunch of points and everybody in the stadium is expecting you to throw it to get back in the game. So you dial up the run play and you get a huge gainer. Hopefully that can give this offense the momentum they need to try to scrape and claw back into this one.
And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will.
I think it's a good sign for coaches to see that their team is still fighting. They're getting blown out in this game. Nothing has gone their offense's way. They've been outmatched. But here in the 4th quarter, you like to see guys competing. You like to see guys still trying to fight. Because as a coach, you want to know next time you take the field which guys you can depend on and what you can build off of.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game. Well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
They want that clock to run. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming into the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
They'll run the option. Finding open areas. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep pouring on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the